Yo, what's poppin', holders? This is I Hold You So, back with another update. Now, we have some FUD, but do not panic. This may prove to be good for a rebuy. Now, real quick, I'm not giving investment advice, nor am I saying you should invest, but this is just how I trade. There are risks in trading. Only trade with what you're comfortable with. Have your own rules for when to buy, when to sell, etc. Remember to do your own research. Now, I use Binance to trade, as well as KuCoin for swings. Now let's dive right into it. When Evergrande China failed to make its bond repayment on time, it triggered a cross default for all other outstanding bonds. This meant that any and everybody who had bought those crappy real estate bonds from them could cash in on what was left as collateral, which includes shares of the company itself. If you're still wondering what this means for crypto, here's a quick math lesson. China panic resulted in an instant 25% drop, which could have been much worse. If it hadn't been for multiple Chinese news outlets clarifying the situation and coming out with announcements that nothing will change, we might not even remember there was even confusion over how governments should regulate cryptocurrencies. So it looks like Tether's crashing. If you shorted ATH, it might be time to buy back in because this Chinese housing market has caused a slump that will hurt both the economy and US dollar price fluctuations. Currently trading below 0.835 cents. I bought, with one USDT equaling obviously one US dollar. This means they'll continue operating as well and as usual, but there are definitely risks involved when dealing with such high volumes of currency conversions on one simple platform like theirs. I expect us to be sitting at, $1 Tether within the next couple of weeks. So, if you didn't sell ATH, get ready to rebuy on the dip. If you did, expect prices to go up slightly in about a week or so before they hit resistance again, and then maybe pull back just enough for our trade. I'm looking for $950 by the next week as possible price targets. Sell stop. Keep an eye out, but don't take any risks. Now, we expect a huge dip in the next few days. So, we're loading up on as many coins that are still affordable. Now, prices will go down lower and lower from now on until they recover because markets always do eventually. You don't want to miss out when your portfolio is diversified like it should be. Even if one crypto doesn't make its rise back immediately after taking some hits, there's no reason to panic, since overall market value tends towards average over time anyway, and who knows what might happen. This week has really shown us. It's really shown us how fast these things can change. So we closed our position on Bitcoin and then found out that it was unavailable at Bitfinex. That's when the market started going down because you can't trade with Fiat anymore if your cryptocurrency wallet isn't available there either. But now we know how to fix it. We will just wait until Bitfinex opens up again in a little bit, maybe sooner than expected. Considering all of China's problems right now, that would give holders some relief from those whales manipulating prices too high lately by selling their coins before they were affected by any big crashes like this last one. So China is just a bump in the road, and the Chinese housing market has been on a downward spiral for some time now. What does this mean? Well, it means that people are stuck with their houses, and when they can't sell them to US dollar anymore, then what will be the next best currency in which they cash out into. You guessed it, crypto. Now, this may not seem too promising at first glance, but if you take an objective look at China's fiat situation right now, things might actually start looking up again. And if people do cash out onto fiat, they will need to wire funds from their Chinese bank accounts, which takes about 3 days. Same goes for buying coins on other exchanges around the world. This means that it is possible we will hit $1 tether before the end of this week, with a chance at least 1% going up until reaching resistance near 950 US dollar. So, this is why I'm saying you need to be ready for this recovery, because it's going to be huge. Imagine what would happen if all those yen were suddenly unloaded into the US dollar or any competing fiat currency. There would be an imbalance in prices overall. Since China can't sell into US dollar, we're going to hold, I hold you so, until they sell somehow. This can be in 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months. But however long this takes, continue researching by watching the next videos so you don't miss out on any information.